and welcome to WRPB and WRPB Studios. Today is a good day, because I'm about to talk about food. My favorite interview. Real estate and food, my favorite interview. You know, there are a million restaurants, and it's probably one of the hardest industries to be in. The food industry has low profits, and most people take advantage of the food industry. With me is Chef Victor Duarte.
Yes.
How are you?
Pleasure to meet you.
All right, so
Thank you for having me today.
How do you pronounce the name of your restaurant?
Rollatini.
Rollatini.
Yeah, Rollatini.
That's an A. Okay. Okay. Why? Why would you get into the restaurant industry?
As an immigrant from Colombia,
Okay.
I came to this country 25 years ago. And I came to New York, and I came to a neighborhood surrounded by Italian neighborhood. So
Where?
On Kew Garden.
Okay, Queens.
Queens, correct. So I started to work in a pizza parlor, getting those dreams come true. And that's what my career started.
Okay, so we were talking off camera about you worked at one of the major chains and how proud you were to work at that chain because it's a great restaurant.
It is.
Then you decided to open your own.
Yes.
Okay, so some craziness went through your head and said, I'm going to open my own. How long ago was that?
That was 15 years ago.
Okay, and so now at this point, it's 15 years later, you have 2 locations.
Yes.
So tell me about your first location.
It is my first location when I came 2007 down here to Florida with my family. I start to build a very small kind of concept of Italian pizza place, and then it become more dining pizza place, and I wrapped up the concept to have a good Italian food, homemade with excellent service. So that's when we start, our really dream come true.
You know, guys, if you think this interview is easy, it's really not, because sitting in front of me is a plate of food. Now, they brought us a whole bunch, but I took pieces of each one because we're going to go over it in a bit. So now, years go by, and you decide to open your second location.
Yes.
And where is that one?
That's right here in Port St. Lucie on Veterans Memorial Parkway.
It's just
beautiful.
by Port St. Lucie Boulevard.
Correct. It's actually right in the pier, in the public parking.
Right.
Yes, it's right there.
So you guys who are from here know the promenade, and that's the center it's in, right?
Correct.
That space that you took over is a beautiful, beautiful space.
Yes, I know
It's
that.
2 floors. If you're doing an event, a wedding or whatever, it's just a great space.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's just marbles. It's beautiful. It's very fancy. It's very well designed.
Is it going to be just a restaurant, or is it going to be an event center too?
It's going to be an event center. Most of the time, my first idea is to, make major events, as weddings, any corporate events. But so far, just to start, what I'm running as a catering business is just for the event.
You know, like I said, the food industry is very, very difficult, and you chose to be in it. I love to cook, but I didn't choose to be in it because it is a lifestyle. It's not a job, and it's not a career. It is a whole lifestyle. Your whole world is built around this.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so you decide to go into the restaurant industry. Do you have support from the family?
I do. Yeah, I don't move without my family support. That is so important. My kids thoughts about it. My wife as well. So they are my partners in this.
Do you have your kids slaving away?
Well,
and
no.
learning?
Yes, all of them. I
Okay.
always put my family, as a career, not because they won't be chefs, but this is a life career,
Right.
to be in the customer service, to be in what's education, to work. So that's what I've been doing for my life.
So you run the kitchen.
Yeah, I am.
Do your kids work in the kitchen?
When they have off time, they do. Yes.
Okay.
Because mine are the 2 older ones. They are in college.
Okay. Who runs the front of the house? Did you hire somebody, or is it
I
family?
do have, yeah. I have about 15 persons working for us.
Wow.
It's a big staff, but it become a family.
Right.
Most of them have been working with me for 12, 14 years.
That's great. Okay, so your restaurant now caters to dining more than
Yes.
just a pizza place.
Oh, yes, it
Okay.
is.
And the dishes that you have, I guess, vary. All Italian style?
It is. It is. We cook from South Italy style. We cook from North. We come from Central Italy dishes. So all of them.
Where'd you
are-
learn all this cooking?
Actually, I went to the school in New York, for about 2 years, taking a couple of courses on Italian side, recipes and sauce. And then I've been have the chance to travel and been in Italy a few times. I have a friend of mine who I start with them in New York. So they get retired, they went back to Italy, and we've been keeping that kind of friendship, being together and expedite those great ideas and food. I love what I do.
How can you not love being around food? Like, really, okay? I just don't get it. People think we eat to live. No, we live to eat, okay?
Correct. It's a
And,
passion.
right, and we eat with our eyes first.
Yes.
But really, when he walked in the door here, I was really eating with my nose because the smells were amazing.
Correct.
And I got to set up this little plate here. I took a little bit of each thing you brought, and obviously you can't smell, but I already ate 2 garlic rolls because that's just how it's going to be before the rest of my workers get a chance. So let's talk about the plate here, because these are some of the things that you brought. And I'm going to try to tip it up so that you guys can see it. Okay, so let's look at this. This looks like antipasto.
It is antipasto.
All right, what's in your antipasto?
Well, pretty much we call 4 meats antipasto, which includes the salami, the Genoa salami. We include the ham, the prosciutto, and the pepperoni, which is missing today. But we have on the cheeses, we have the fresh mozzarella.
I see
It's
that.
buffalo fresh mozzarella. We have also the provolone cheese. And we have, some veggies as, fresh cukes, and we have a
Tomato.
pepperoncini in there. We have some fresh tomatoes as well.
Look, I looked for a bigger plate for me, but this,
So,
this
yes.
is the only one I can find back there.
Yes, yes. So we kind of, we really, try to structure a plate with homemade Italian recipes, which is what you have in your
Well, let's
plate.
go through it then. This is some sort of...
very well known and famous Fettuccine Alfredo.
Okay.
Just, a rich sauce on cream, and we have Parmesan cheese on top. Let it melt it with the egg noodle fettuccine.
Okay, so to tell you, for me, I love fettuccine alfredo, and I'm a cheater because I like to get it with chicken.
Okay.
Can we
well,
get
you
it?
know,
Can we
yeah,
get it,
oh
chicken?
yeah, definitely. Yes, you
Okay.
can. Yeah, yes, yes. You add it. You can add shrimps. You can add chicken. You can add veal. Anything that you like to add it on.
I love, and if I go to a restaurant, veal parmesan is my favorite.
Yes.
Okay, as we go around the plate, I'm looking at this. This looks to me kind of like, well, you can't tell because I can tell because I can smell. This looks like an eggplant of some sort.
It is. It is the famous eggplant rollatini, as my restaurant name is.
Okay.
It's just, a roll eggplant. Everyone pretty much know what's eggplant rollatini. It's a roll stuffed with mozzarella and ricotta cheese, and roll it, put some marinara sauce, homemade marinara, and some mozzarella on top, melt in the oven, and that's the result of it.
Okay, so just so you know, I'm 64. I was 50 before I chose to like eggplant. I hated eggplant until I was 50. And then it became one of my go-tos.
Well, the only one. I mean, who are not really familiar with the eggplant maybe taste, is I sell more eggplant than chicken in my restaurant.
Do you really?
Yes, I do sell about 100 pounds of eggplant a week,
Wow.
which is, making the eggplant parmesan itself and the eggplant rollatini, because it's substitute of the protein of the beef, of
Right.
the chicken. So whoever don't like to eat, or cannot eat any protein, so they eat that.
This, to me, is a chicken dish.
It is.
It is chicken. What kind of chicken?
A chicken franchise. Chicken
Okay.
franchise.
So there's a couple of different chickens that you make. So you make chicken parmesan, I'm sure.
I do.
Chicken franchise. And
chicken marsala.
And chicken marsala.
You know, very well known.
Well, and my wife has allergies to tomato and to citrus.
All right.
So she, I believe, gets chicken francese.
Yes.
The
Well,
other
not really, because it has lemon sauce.
Okay.
So we go with the chicken marsala.
That's the one she gets.
Correct.
Okay. How terrible is it to go through life allergic to tomatoes, tomato sauce? She loves pizza. She'll get a pizza with all meats and either Alfredo sauce
Oh, okay.
or a cheese. It doesn't really matter to her.
You're right. No sauce on.
And there would not be a complete plate if there wasn't this little thing that sits in the center. And that is a garlic roll.
Correct.
How many garlic rolls do you got through? I can't imagine.
Yeah, we can do a day. We can do maybe 1,000 of them very easily.
Wow.
I goes, you know, with every meal to pack, to go, dining. It is, you know, it's funny. But customers, they, you know, we have a loyal customers. They come maybe 2 or 3 or 4 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
They know what to eat as a protein. But if we don't have the garlic rolls up front, they're going to request first. So they go because the garlic rolls.
Okay.
They love to.
So, like for me, I'll eat like 16 garlic rolls, eat a little bit of my food, and then take the rest home. And then 4 hours later, I'll eat the rest. Because that's me.
Yes.
All right. We're going to get to the top of our time. So, I really, you guys, I know you're going to suffer through this, but I'm going to taste some of this stuff.
Please.
So, this is the chicken.
Yes. The chicken franchise.
Okay, so it looks really cooked perfectly because it looks still moist. So, this is really moist chicken. There's nothing worse than dry chicken.
Oh, yes.
Oh, there is. Raw chicken.
Correct. Yeah, well, yeah, that's dangerous, by the way. So.
Right. All right, so what's in this? I'm going to let you talk because I'm
well,
eating.
you know, a very old recipe and traditional with, you know, egg wash piece of chicken. We take the tender of the chicken breast. We put some flour on it, and then with egg wash, and then we put some olive oil. Let it get, you know, about 350, and we deep fry on it, and let it make the color perfect, beautiful.
And not overdone.
And then we just drain it, and then we add some white wine, the lemon squeeze juice, and then we add a base. You know, it could be a vegetable broth or even chicken broth. You know, which is homemade anyway. So we can add it, you know, either or to become this flavor, you know, particular flavor. And you can do some, you know, lemon zest on top for the garnish, or just more flavor, intensive flavor of the lemon.
It absolutely, first of all, if you're not, you can't see the plate, but it's that piece of chicken, those 2 pieces, they're gone. I'm going to turn the chicken around. I'm going to go to the eggplant. Okay, so, I have my glasses on. Also looks really moist. So, let's kind of deconstruct it in my mind. The sauce is homemade?
It is a homemade. It takes us, you know, Sicilian sauces, a famous marinara sauce. It takes about, mine at least take 4 hours. You know, slow cook motion, you know, low temperatures in order to cook those tomatoes. They're real tomatoes. You know, we use a lot of basil on it that you can maybe feel the taste. You know, the marinara sauce that is like either a sweet side sauce or,
And I was
you
going
know,
to ask you that.
correct. I'm in the sweet side sauce. That's what I love. That's what I learned. Is just this recipe is by passing by my friend of mine, Vincent Correa, who just, you know, a long time he gave me that from his grandma. But you know, I continue doing it, and I think people love the combination of my sauce and a cheese that I use. So, you know, I use a quality, you know, good quality of cheese. So it's a good combination.
What makes the sauce sweet?
You know, we use carrots, so it makes the, you know, sweetness on the sauce, and the tomatoes itself.
Most people don't know that there are carrots in tomato sauce.
Yes, it is. It is. It is a process again to cook them. Then we blender. You know, we just don't make it raw. We blender with a immersion blender. So
Okay,
we
to make it
that.
part of the sauce.
Oh, yes.
Not pieces of tomato.
Correct.
I mean, of carrot. Okay. You're stuck here while I'm eating.
Well, I might just get breakfast and no hurries about that. I want you to enjoy.
So this is fettuccine.
Yes.
So I'm gonna tell you my pet peeve. I personally don't like my noodles al dente.
Okay.
And these are not al dente.
No, it's not.
Right. But they're not mushy either. So teach me, how do you know the right cooking time?
Pasta is not complicated at all. I believe it's simple. It just follow the instruction. If you go to any supermarket and buy a pound of pasta, the instructions are in the back. So really meant to, if you want al dente, as you say, you don't like that, but many of people like the al dente. So it's like 2 minutes before to be done, you have to drain the pasta and try to cook with the al dente side. But we really let the cook, depends on the pasta, the shape of the pasta. It's fettuccine, egg fettuccine, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, it will be done. Ready to eat, no al dente.
My dad had this thing when it came to pasta. And I can tell you now, most restaurants, when you get pasta, they take the pasta out of the water and put it on the plate, and then they put sauce or whatever on it. And your plate gets flooded. Okay, so this pasta looks like it was dried before it got
Yes.
the other stuff on it.
Yes. We dried when it's cooked at the same time we're preparing the sauce, but we let it cook for 6 minutes on the pasta machine, and then we put on the sauté pan. So we create that combination. The pasta is cooking well with the sauce and it's absorbing all the flavors. The parsley has fresh parsley has, as I mentioned, a Parmesan Romano cheese. It has the cream on it. It has the butter on it too. So it's a rich flavor.
Pasta that's not dry when you serve it dilutes the whole sauce, whatever sauce on it. It ruins the pasta.
Correct.
Okay, and then you get a plate and you move the plate and you see the water swishing.
Yes.
It's terrible.
It is terrible.
Why don't they take a minute to let it dry before they put on this? Like, this was perfect. The sauce was stuck to the pasta the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's just techniques, I will say, techniques of who are behind the kitchen. A lot of attention to details like that in order to execute it well, and try to cook perfectly for our customers. But that mean that I have to be in the kitchen, expedite as an expo person or as a chef, every dish that are coming from my kitchen have to be perfect. We try to. Our intention is that. So the sauce cannot be running, as you mentioned, with water. It has to be well prepared. We saute. I'm very proud to say that every dish that we cook in our restaurants for every customer is prepared at the time they order. So we don't have nothing pre-cooked, nothing. It's just fresh food that you eat in. The saute pan is right. Just he ordered, we turn off the saute pan. So it's something, extraordinary. It make it fresh.
Okay, so because it was food, well, we normally do 10 minutes. We did probably almost 20.
Okay.
But that was kind of cool. How do people find you? You have a website?
I do have a website. Our website is rollatinicatering.com.
Okay.
This is our website.
And a phone number?
Our phone number is 718. Is kind of weird because it's New York area code.
Doesn't matter
but
anymore.
I keep my number, so proud to keep it. Many Floridians, we have that too. 718-809-2941.
Chef, I want to thank you for coming on.
My pleasure.
I want to thank you twice for bringing food.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy.
Well, see, I don't let anybody in here until I'm done. Okay? Everybody, check them out. They're in Lake Worth.
Yes.
And they're in Port St. Lucie on Veterans, dressing up in the promenade. And if you have any questions, just touch base with the station. We'll get you there. Everybody have a great day. We'll be right back.